ballparks in Philadelphia. Phil's better get busy against the wild card leading Brewers. They'd have a ceremony prior to the game to honor those lost on September the 11th. Charlie Manuel, everybody else in uniform wearing a special cap with the American flag and the logo. Ben Sheets comes in hot. 20 consecutive scoreless innings over his last 3 starts. Uh-oh, there goes that. Bottom of the first, Ryan Howard, get out of town. Major League leading 43rd of the year. Phil's 2-zip lead, Sheets that streak history. Speaking of history, Jamie Moyer, 45 years old, starting on 3 days rest. The oldest pitcher to do that since Phil Necro back in 1986. And Moyer would get the win to pass Juan Marichal on the all-time wins list. He's now tied for 49th. Bottom of the fourth, 2-1 Phils. Here's Howard at the plate with a runner on. Will the ballpark hold it? And this is traditionally a ballpark that doesn't hold much. Hits off the top of the wall and back in play. Chase Utley scores Howard a second double. How close was that to being a home run? We used the instant replay. The umpires didn't need it. Still RBI double for Howard. Phils lead 3-1. Bottom 5, 4-1 Phillies. Howard at the plate again. Yeah, Ned Yost out to talk to his pitcher. Good idea, the old intentional walk. Puts runners at the corners with 2 outs. And the next batter is Pat Burrell. And Burrell, a high fly ball to left center. Mike Cameron, still a fine defensive outfielder, makes the grab. Sheets out of the jam. So could the Brew Crew take advantage? Top of the 6th, runner on 3rd. Here's Prince Fielder facing Moyer. And Fielder, if it's fair, it's gone. No sign of the foul ball. Fielder's 29th. And it's a 4-3 ball game. Here we go. Watch it again. Carlos Ruiz wants the pitch inside. Ball is out over the plate, and Fielder a crush job. For Prince, just his first home run since August 13th. That's a period of 85 at-bats. That's it for Moyer. 5 2/3, 3-er, and already told you he won the game. Top of the 8th, Brewers trailing 5-3, runner on. Here's Prince facing the reliever Scott Air, and the full count. Air walks him. Charlie Manuel takes Air out. Takes the air out, get it? Puts in Chad Durbin. He's never heard that before. Corey Hart with first and second. Ground ball to 3rd. Pedro Feliz gets him back to Howard. 3 straight games with a jack. Really?
Roy Oswalt, hitting. This is a man who is not a good hitter at all. So when we can bunt, we're going to bunt. He's bunting. It's a squeeze play, and it works. 3rd RBI of the season, 1-0 Astros. Coming in to this game, Roy Oswalt, 78 for his last 497. That's his whole hitting career. 157 coming in, but there's a base hit. 5-run 5th for Houston. They're up 6-0 from there. We'll show you what Roy O does best, and that is pitching. This will be his 5th straight 200-inning season, scoring the Pirates all night long. And whenever he did give up a hit in this game, that batter would be erased via the double play. There's one here in the 8th. Oswalt, 31 in the 3rd, consecutive scoreless innings. He breaks J.R. Richards' Astro record. Now fielding. This is something he also does very well. No errors this year. He had no errors last year. Fields his position, and again, Pirates get a hit due to race via the double play. Happened 3 times in this game. Oswalt again, kick save, beauty. NHL camps open up next week. Oswalt faces the minimum 27 batters. Astros have won 14 of 15. Roy Oswalt, excellent pitching and weather conscious. On the hill. Top of the 8th, no score. Pitchers do. Marco Scutero to right. His 3rd hit off Floyd. And the Blue Jays lead 1-0. Floyd leads the game. Boys, he's been pitching well. No losses since July the 19th. Toronto looking for more. Lyle Overbay off Matt Thornton. Lefty against lefty. Overbay is the winner here. It's 3-0 Toronto. Bottom 8. White Sox down 6-2, so a 0-0 game suddenly is 6-2, and now it's 6-4. Jim Thome, career homer 538. Mike Schmidt is next on the HR list at 548. 2-run game. Bottom 9. Tying run at the plate, Ken Griffey Jr. against B.J. Ryan. Ryan blows them away. 1 out. Next batter, Nick Swisher. Tough day at first base for Swisher. Some tough calls from Blue. He goes down there, and then careful. Scott Rowland gets beaten 5-hole by Juan Uribe. The 7-time Gold Glover. Watch it again. Look like Toronto Maple Leaf goaltenders there, Steve. Your thoughts? Orlando Cabrera at the plate. Now, he represents the winning run, but B.J. Ryan gets Cabrera. They've won 11 of 12, Toronto, off to Fenway to play the Red Sox in a 4-game series in 3 days.
All right, if the Twins don't win the Central, it won't be Francisco Liriano's fault. He's being recalled August 1st, undefeated in his 7 starts, while leading the American League in ERA. 1.44, please. And he had 8 innings, 2 earned, struck out 6. Liriano getting some help in the top of the 8th. Brendan Harris at 3rd. Diving stop to get Alberto Calespo. What a play by Harris. And keeps the game still tied at 2. On to the bottom of the 8th now. So Liriano, the great game, nothing to show for it. First batter is Joe Mauer. Fly ball to left. Esteban Herman. What are you doing there? Mauer to second on the air. 3 batters later, a couple groundouts. Mike Redmond going to fly out to center. So the Twins unable to take advantage of the Royals' miscues. Top 10 we go. Still tied at 2. Royals with 2 on. David DeJesus. That's a single off Dennis Reyes. Martin coming around to score. So the Royals up 3-2. Bottom of the 10th, Joakim Sorian in the close. Facing Joe Mauer with 2 outs. Mauer grounds out the second. Soria's 36th save. In the loss, Justin Morneau, the 6th Minnesota Twin with 120.
All right, Mariners, Angels, Garrett Anderson, 2,000th game with the Angels, but that historical fact would come in second in this game. Bottom 3, there's Anderson. Gary Matthews comes home, 1-0 Angels. Top of the 5th, 2-0 Angels. Ichiro to center. Look at Matthews. Galloping, snow coning. Watch it again, there it is. Squeeze it. To the 9th now. Luis Valbuena facing Scott Shields. Singles to right, 2 men on. It now becomes a save situation. Tying run is on deck. Therefore, Mike Scioscia, he wants to get this thing out of the way and prepare for the postseason. Francisco Rodriguez looking to tie Bobby Thigpen's single-season save record of 57. First batter for that. Doubles up Ichiro. 2 down. After allowing 2 singles after that, Raul Bañez. Tying run, and there it is. Save number 57 to tie Bobby Thigpen's single-season record.
March trying to stay in the race. Good thing the Cubs built up a healthy lead as they limp around in September. How good has Rich Harden been when he's pitched for them? He's back on the mat after skipping his last start. 1-2-3 first for him. Got his 10th win. He's 5-0 his last 8 starts. Albert Pujols, the first pitch in the bottom of the 6th. Aaron Miles going to score all the way from first. Why is this significant? That's RBI number 100 on the season for Albert Pujols, like automatic. Bottom of the 8th, more on that shortly, by the way. 3-2 Cubs, man on. Here's Pujols. Comes through with a single. Oh, no, not single. Alfonso Soriano, the diving catch. Trying to double up. That's not the case. 2 batters later. Runners on first and second. Felipe Lopez, the drive to right. Watch this grab. Kosuke Fukudome.
Oh.
He really times that perfectly, the leap into the wall to make the grab. Watching a lot of guys crash into the wall. It's not really that good a catch. This, however, is one of those. And to hang on after the impact, Fukudome brings it down. Later, base loaded for the pinch hitter, Josh Phelps. Carlos Marmol strikes out Phelps to get out of the jam. Bottom 9, Kerry Wood in for the save. Cesar Torres is bunting. Brendan Ryan goes for 3rd. He's safe, but slides past the bag, and Ramirez gets Ryan with a 2nd effort. Too much momentum, slide past the bag, and is tagged out. Last chance for St. Louis, got the right guy. It's Pujols, 2 for 8 career against Wood. Make it 2 for 9. Pujols, a meek pop-out. Cubs win. They'll head home to Chicago, though, because Hurricane Ike said so.
Not either. Get me an air compressor. Stat. Top plays. High school football in Texas. Ryder against... Don't these kids have school? Tyreek Rollison scrambles. Rashad Hall. There it goes. Sulphur Springs is your winner. 22-16. Get Terry, please.
At number 7, Rockies and Braves. Ryan Spilborg sharply hit up the middle, and Yunel Escobar doesn't care much for it, recovering and throwing for the. So your first car then was the same?
No.
One of those 5 LeSabres?
No, 87 Nissan Maximum. First. Ryan Ludwig. He bats right, but throws left. That's odd.
Over to get it. Ludwig makes the catch on the run. Soriano will tag up. Throw to the plate. Double play. He got him. He got him.
Usually it's the other way. And it just fires one over there.
The Ting Tings, by the way, were playing on my 8-track in that LeSabre.
Of course they were.
The Indians and Orioles, Josh Barfield, a shot, nice leaping catch by Kevin Millar.
Kind of wins.
What'd you call me? At number 1, here's Tennessee Tech. Little trickeration on the reverse. Henry Sales running to the near side. A little spin.
Shoe untied, Steve. Shoe untied.
To elude the entire Southeast Missouri State team. Runs all the way down the opposite sideline for the touchdown. Unbelievable individual effort. There's your little spin.
The shoe.
Who needs the shoe?
Good chance. No rain out here.
Right.
Diamondbacks, Cincinnati. Brandon Webb, 4th attempt at 20 wins when he's getting ground balls. You know he's going good. His team has lost 6 games overall. 3 straight started by Webb. Went from 4.5 up to 3.5 back of the Dodgers, and Webb continues to get it done. 8 innings, no earned, 2 Ks in this one. Even with 2 on in the 8th. Downward movement, ground ball, and his day is done. He heads to the clubhouse. Now time for the bullpen to get Brandon Webb his 20th win of the season. Brandon, give the ball to Brandon. Brandon Lyon, bases loaded, 2 outs. Jeff Keppinger, breaking ball. Chad Qualls in now. Lyon, you're out. Now a 3-2 game, and Jerry Hairston Jr., you're out. So Brandon Webb does indeed get his 20th.
Dodgers taking on the Rockies. That's our man E.Y. throwing out the first pitch with his son Eric Young Jr. catching it.
Souvenir City.
What a fantastic moment for their family.
He loves Denver.
Top 7, Dodgers leading 3-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Manny. Professional hitman. Angel Barroa coming around. Ramirez 2 for 5 with an RBI. Dodgers up 4-2. Top 9, same score, bases loaded. James Loney pinch hitting. He was great in a couple of spots in this one. Double here. He was 2 for 2, 3 RBI as a pinch hitter, and the Dodgers going to win it 7-2. So LA keeps on rolling. Loney with 10 RBI in his last 10 games, and the Dodgers. There's an Angels from Anaheim. LA's already clinched the AL West title. K-Rod already tied the single season saves record, loosening up just in case he gets a chance to break it. But bottom 9 tied at 3, 1 on, 2 out for Mike Napoli off Miguel Batista, and it is time to bounce in Anaheim. Angels win it 5-3 on Napoli's first career walk-off home run. All right, top plays. We're showing you this on SportsCenter. Second round Mercedes Championship. This is Jean-Francois Lucan on number 4 for birdie.
I bet it goes in because this is top plays.
Exactly. We don't show near misses on top plays. 71 for Lucan.
What James Hetfield is to Metallica, Andy LaRoche is to the Buccos. Look at that. New CD in stores now. Bare hands and throws them out. And South Florida's a winner.
True freshman delivering there. Number 6, Royals and Indians. Tony Pena over to second. Not about him. It's about Asdrubal Cabrera. Makes a great catch. More from this game coming up on top plays.
Number 5, let's go to Canada. Winnipeg, Toronto. Winnipeg's Kevin Glenn. Milt Stegall, there he goes. It's a 92-yard touchdown. Helps him break the CFL's receiving yardage record all-time for his career, 14,983. The Peg. Winner, winner, chicken parm dinner, 39.9.
There would have been like 5 illegal motion calls if that was an NFL play. Number 4, Nationals and Marlins. Jorge Cantu with a solo home run, 25th of the season. First time in Major League history, all 4 infielders on the team have hit 25 home runs.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
How about Alberto Castro there? The hard ground in the third, but Jamie Carroll. What a play at third base. And the Indians buying Cliff Lee, who wins again.
There's some problems at Wazoo.
All right, high school football. Berea, Riverside. And look at Davian Gambrell. Take the handoff. Lower the head. You saw him run over. And that's 86 yards for the score. We're going to take another look at this, and the announcer is perfect for this. Listen.
Turn your volume down. I'm about to get excited right here. Bam!
Berea in the house. Brewers and Phillies are rained out Friday, but they'll play their doubleheader Sunday, so just one game for them on Saturday. They began today 3 back of the Mets. We just showed you the split the Mets had against the Braves. Manny Parra. It's Ryan Howard. Howard up the middle, 2-run score, 5-0 Phillies. To the 6th, Phillies up 5-2. Jimmy Rollins in the house. Jimmy Rollins out of the house, his 11th of the season off Carlos Villanueva. So the Phillies, they take care of business, 7-3. Cole Hamp. All right, here's baseball highlights. Seattle Angels. Story of the night, of course, Francisco Rodriguez, K-Rod, chasing history, looking for his 58th save of the season. That would break Bobby Thigpen's record. This is Thigpen back in 1990, getting his 57th save of the season. Harold Reynolds grounds out to second base. Thigpen, there it is. What a year it was. Since then, he's held on to that record. Back to 2008. Top of the 9th. 2 on, 1 out. Rodriguez. There's that new pitch he's developed, that straight change to go along with his yacker and his heater. Another straight change, and that's how he breaks the record. Strikes out Raul Ibanez, 58th save of the season. Teammates come out for the hugs. Angels are winners 5-2.
That means a lot, huh? It's, a lot of relief, finally I did. And I'm really happy. The fans really deserve this moment.
How important has your bullpen mates been for you to be able to get this record?
It's really important because without them, I couldn't have done this. Shields been tremendous all year. All the guys, Oliver, Spy, all those guys been tremendous out there, handing me the ball to me in the 9th inning. So I'm really proud of them. And then, I'm really happy right now.
And we start in Yankee Stadium. That was fun.
It really was.
We should work together more often.
Yeah.
Tampa began the day 2.5 up on the Red Sox in the AL East. Guess who's back? Evan Longoria, base hit to left, just off the DL, and back at third for the Rays. Top of the 5th, Longoria again. Bartlett, Zobrist scored 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, 5-0 from there. James Shields, filthy, nasty, stinky, and that's all good when you're a pitcher. 8 innings, no runs, 6 Ks. Rays win game 1 of their doubleheader, 7-1. What about game number 2? Look at between games, Longoria got a mohawk.
Wow. On-site bar.
Do that between shows sometimes. Ben Zobrist, how about a 4-run homer? Grand slam. Zobrist, oh wow. Hey, it's fun to hit grand slams in Yankee Stadium. Rays up 4-1. Xavier Nady up the middle. Bobby Abreu scores. That breaks a 4-4 tie in the bottom of the 7th. And the Yankees, Mariano Rivera comes on to get the save. They win game 2. They split.
Nothing Blue Jays, 1 out runner on third. He gets David Ortiz. He struck out 6 in the ballgame. Next batter is Mike Lowell. Got him 2. Barnett, 6 innings of work, gave up just 3 hits. Top 6, 5-0 Blue Jays. 2 on. Travis Snyder facing David Aardsma. With 2 outs, this would be good for a ground rule double. Snyder drives in 2 here, drove in 5 in the game, also had a 3-run home run. And the late season call of a big hero, the Blue Jays take it 8-1. Jays have won 12 of 14, and that was just before game 2, trying to complete the sweep. Bottom 4, Sox down 5-2, 1-on-1 out for Jed Lowry. This off Jesse Litch. But there's Snyder. Had the 5 RBI in game 1, great catch in game 2. Ouch. So big day for him at Fenway. Top 5, Toronto still up 5-2. Alex Rios right back to Bartolo Colon. Backhanded, and he gets Rios at first. Even Colon was surprised he made that play.
The no-look short hop.
6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs for Colon. 8th inning, after Jed Lowry single-tied it at 5, Jacoby Ellsbury up. Scott Downs fell down, so it's a base hit for Ellsbury. The Red Sox win at 7-5 in the nightcap. Dustin Pedroia 3 for 5 with 2 doubles.
A wild card standing, Justin Morneau. Breaking ball off Daniel Cabrera, deep to right. That's off the giant weenie there. Alexi Casillas scores. RBI double for Morneau. Morneau again, top of the 7th. Joe Mauer scores. 4 for 5 for the Canadian. 2 RBIs, and the Twins up 5-1. Denard Span, we've seen him make all kinds of great catches on the top plays all summer long. Here, 3-run Jackson. And the Twins, they win game 1 easily over Baltimore. Final score 12-2. Can they get the sweep? Top of the first, already 3-0 Twins, Brendan Harris. Up the middle it goes. Here comes Morneau. He's all over these highlights. Rough start for Garrett Olson. 2/3 of an inning, 6 runs. Matt Tolbert. That'll score Denard Span. So the Twins, they do sweep the doubleheader in Baltimore. They win both games easily. We have one more doubleheader to go, Braves-Mets. That's
Also played 2 on Saturday. Braves took game 1 after the bullpen blew it for Johan Santana. Mets looking to rebound in game 2. Bottom first, David Wright takes JoJo Reyes for a ride. Wright's 29th, and the Mets up 2-0. Jonathan Neese was the Mets' top minor league pitcher. They brought him up. He was born the day they won the '86 World Series. On top of the 6th, it gets Casey Kochman to go 4-6-3. Inning over. Top 7 gets Greg Norton. Neese struck out 7, won 8 innings, gave up just 6 hits, and the Mets win 5-0 of their doubleheader.
Number 9, LA Galaxy, KC Wizards. Wizards, Davey Arnaud from 35 feet. Wizards win 2-0. They extend the Galaxy's losing streak to 12.
Number 8, my mistakes. Big Brown.
Big Brown digs back for all he's got here. Brodinski cannot get by him, and Big Brown wins. He's won the Monmouth Stakes.
Number 7, Nevada, Missouri, what Travis McCoy is to gym class heroes, Jeremy Macklin is to Missouri. Chase Daniel threw the ball. Macklin caught it, then ran with it. Missouri wins 69-17.
What's that song they got that I like? Gym Class Hero?
I don't know. They have so many, Stan. I can't picture.
They had it like a big hit. Anyway, we're moving on. Number 6, Oklahoma and Washington, Sam Bradford to Ryan Broyles. Broyles spins out of 2 tackles, stays on his feet, heads up the sideline for the 77-yard touchdown. Oklahoma wins 55-14. What's their big hit?
Michael Phelps on Saturday Night Live.
Introducing the Michael Phelps diet. It's the only diet that lets you eat whatever Michael Phelps eats. And as you can tell, it works wonders for me.
You gotta help me with the pop music, John. UNLV and Arizona State at number 4. Omar Clayton once again to Philip Payne. What a catch. One-handed to help his team win a game against the number 15 team in the country.
Iowa State, Iowa. Iowa's Andy Brodel takes the punt return, and 61's not going to catch him. 48's not going to. Look at the ref outrunning Iowa State's special teams unit.
Hey, the refs.
That's a problem.
Number 2, Temple and Buffalo.
Willie's got to get it in the end zone for the instant win. Free ball in the end zone. It's